Wait, is this even working? Sorry, people. I'm literally on holiday and this is moving so mad. We are back with another episode of Big Six Bants. Listen, I'm on holiday. Let me do my button up. This is mad. I'm on holiday right now, but I'm hearing mad news about Mo Salah and stuff. So, but yeah, listen, I'm on holiday. So if you're not thinking, oh, where's Montel? He's somewhere. I'm on holiday right now. And hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a nice half term. If you're not on half term, I hope you're going well. I hope you're all good. Hope your families are good and whatnot. Already you got some comments. Big up Pablo. Big up the Big Six Bants family. Big up the panel. Big up the guys. Have a good day. Hope you're good so far. Monts, yo. Hope you're good. Simon, what happened to the quadruple? Guys, I'm here. Guys, I just want to talk about Mo Salah. Can I talk about Mo Salah in peace? Without talking about the quad, I can address the quad. I can address the quad in a second, but for now, as I said, this is a quick video. It's probably only going to be about an hour long, so make sure we do smash a like and drop a comment if you're new here, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't worry, the videos will be in much better, quality and stuff. But right now, as I said, I'm on holiday and stuff, and yeah, all of that stuff. Don't watch the shirt as well. I do not like the shirt, to be honest. Salah goes, my heart is broken. Yeah, okay, that's what I want to talk about. So, Bayesian Barnes FC, big up yourself as well. John Moore, big up yourself. 6 people in here. Make sure if all 6 of you smash the like button. Ultra's here as well. Lamptey, I'm in Brighton. Let's link up, bro. So when you're in Brighton, and listen, brother, I'm in Malta. I'm in another country right now. But listen, I'm gonna shout Lamptey and I'll get him to link you, my dog. But I hope everyone's good. What I wanted to talk about was Mohamed Salah. Rumors via James Pearce and The Athletic, which is a very reliable source, are showing that, Salah has reportedly said that he's open to a move to a Premier League rival club if they can't come to agreement. If Liverpool and Salah and his agent can't come to an agreement for his contract to further his time at Liverpool Football Club. Now, again, I think sometimes, even though The Athletic and James Pearce, brilliant sources and very reliable most of the time, but sometimes I think you have to take a piece of this stuff, some of this stuff with a pinch of salt. In my opinion, I just feel like what Salah's done for the club and what he's currently doing, I can't see him saying this openly that he'd join a Premier League rival. Is he capable of that? Well, I think any footballer is capable of joining a Premier League rival if they fall out with the club and the fans and the board. But I hope that this is not true, that Salah is not open to joining the Premier League rival. And if he can't sign further for Liverpool, then he goes to a Premier League rival. Then he goes to a rival, that's outside of the Premier League. Because in my opinion right now, I just feel like Salah's too integral to Liverpool as a player, what he brings, the numbers. I mean, if you take Salah out of Liverpool, where do the goals really come from? Especially with Mane looking like he's leaving as well. And we'll get onto that a little bit later in the video. Where are the goals going to come from? Holders Oak says Mane for over 40 mil is fine. Big up Romsey says like and subscribe. Big up. Simon says man's in Hawaii. I mean, I'm just like I'm in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? We should let go. We should let go of Salah. He's using his situation as a way to get more. He's using moving to another Prem team as a bargaining chip to make more money. Now, as I said, these are the things that I really hope aren't true. Beijing Barnes says, Mark. Can you guys still see me? What's going on? Oh my gosh, this video is getting me mad. What's going on? You guys see me? Hello, can you not see me? You not see me? Did I go for a second? Can you not see me? Someone comment in the comments. You not can see me? Someone drop a comment. Drop a comment if you not can see me in it, because my phone just froze. But I think I'm back now. Drop a comment if you not can see me. Drop a comment. You not can see me. I'm good, yeah? All right, cool, yeah. All right, lovely. Love Simon and Ken. Big yourselves up. So yeah, no. Let me just run through some of the comments. Yeah. Bigger. It's why you lot. It's why. See, listen. I lagged out of the stream, and you lot are still here waiting until I come back. That's why I love you lot. I love Salah and would prepare to keep both. I would prefer to keep both, but I would take Mane first. 100% understand. Yeah, of course I'm back, man. These people can't lug me out for what for long. Don't worry about that. Also, this hotel's Wi-Fi is not great, so if I start lagging a little bit, listen, you don't know why. Innit? I feel like this is more of an agent doing rather than Salah. Ultra, you read my mind. I'm about to get onto that, but let me finish your comment. Salah would never join a rival. If he wanted to leave, it would be abroad. His agent is Amber Heard. I need to do some research on her and what she's like, to be fair. Big up Ravi, he says, respect the shirt, the 6 shirt. Listen, as I said, no Liverpool merch right now because I'm abroad, but I should be repping, you know what I'm saying? Sonny, bro, Simon, brother, it's literally 32 degrees. It is. We're an hour ahead in the UK. So in my time, it's 11:30. So it's 10:30 for a lot of you guys, but it's 11:30 here. And it is still 30 degrees plus, which is a bit mad, isn't it? By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Smash the like, smash the subscribe. We're on 1,207 subscribers. So if any of you don't want to make that 1,210 subscribers, you don't know what to do. Ravi said, would love us to sign Christopher Nkunku. He's quality. I believe PSG are expressing strong interest in Nkunku at the moment, innit? So, I mean, for me, you look at Nkunku and go, with Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi, where does Nkunku go in that team for me? I think it makes so much more sense for him to come to Liverpool. But again, we have to kind of just wait and see where that goes. But yeah, back to I'm in Malta, by the way, Ravi. But just back to the Salah situation, this has to be an agent thing because for things to go sour really quickly for Mo Salah, something has to be going on in the background because obviously I get it. Liverpool don't want to break the wage structure on one hand, but at the same time, you look at everything Salah's done for the club, and you know the carry job last season, not just season gone, and you think, well, is he justified in asking for what he wants? And is it worth breaking the structure for Mo Salah? And would that cause disrupt along the changing rooms? But I think it's a little bit different. I think that regardless of what Mo Salah gets offered, if he accepts it, I think a lot of the players in that Liverpool changing room will probably be supportive of what is being given to Mo Salah because they value what he's done for the club as much as I think Jurgen Klopp does and the fans, you know. So I don't know, like it's hold on, let me just segue. There we go. We got James here as well. My guy. Yo, bro, what you telling me?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Right, you're living it up today, man.
Bro, just you know what I'm saying. Listen, no, I'm not in Hawaii. Everyone says I'm in Malta, innit? But you know when I say I'm seeing mad news about Salah when I'm out here, and it's disrupting my head, so I had to just address it. I had to address it somehow.
Yeah,
you know
man. Look, first thing, everyone in the chat, give a like because Monts grafting whilst on holiday. How many months are going to be doing that?
Bro, honestly. I don't know. Innit? How about this? I don't even have my laptop.
We
it's from my phone. Love, bro. Yeah, it's from my phone as well. And obviously, I don't know. Now, go on.
Exactly. I'm saying you don't like. Obviously, I don't know, but the chat that also doesn't know. You might be there with a missus. You might be there with a girl. You're there. She's probably in the background giving you an ear. Man's grafting. Do you know what I mean? Get the likes up, man. Get the likes up.
Make sure, man. 100%. So exactly what Jerry is saying to you guys. Also, make sure you go and like and subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to Jerry as well. He's doing brilliant things over on his channel. So whenever you drop a subscribe to me, you go and subscribe to Jerry. That's the rule. That's the rule from now.
From this season, soon.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Soon as the season starts.
What's the topic? What are we talking about?
So obviously, James. So via the Athletic, James Pearce has come out saying that Mo Salah is open to moving to a Premier League rival should he not come to an agreement of a contract or if he decides to leave on a free next season. Now that we're trying to figure out, so Ultra's come up with a really good suggestion that I'm quite in favor of. That I think maybe it's Salah's agent's doing and not Salah's doing, and that Salah's agent is more likely trying to get a better deal from Liverpool, which makes it sound like Salah's being the more manipulative one, which actually puts Salah in the firing line for the public, for the hate, and you know, and the scapegoating sort of thing. I think it's a little bit of that, unfortunately, because I think you look at Salah and how he's been, and even though he's spoken, he verbaled with the whole Champions League thing. He said he's the best player in his position and he gets compared to strikers, which is true. But at the same time, this is the first time Mo Salah's really spoken out with like chest, because he's never really been the most speaker. He's not the most talkative type of player. He's not that. You'd say his arrogance only shows when he doesn't like to pass it, when he doesn't want to shoot. So when he prefers to shoot. So I don't know. I think it's not really in his character, in my opinion. What do you think?
Look, I don't think it's in his character per se, but I do feel that you as a player, your agent represents you. You don't represent your agent. So regardless whether his agent's running his mouth or not, I know for a fact that Verge had issues with his agent and left his agent to join Henderson's agent. But no one knows about that.
Say that again? Say that again? Wait,
Verge had an agent before.
Yeah, was that Henderson's agent?
No, now he's with Henderson's agent. But before he had another agent that got him to Celtic and all of that. He had issues with that agent at Celtic. So he went and got Henderson's agent. Hence why that deal to Liverpool kind of went quite easy, because they were talking. He was speaking to Henderson as he moved along. To me,
agent Hendo.
Yeah. So Hendo and Verge got the same agent. But for me, Salah, I don't feel he's out there, and I mean, like, he hates the club, and he's out. He shouldn't be vilified as much as people are vilifying him. But I do feel that your agent represents you. So whatever your
100%.
agent's saying, whether he's saying you want to do this, you want to move to a Premier League team, that's when you're taking it too far. And I mean, that's something that you could go and be like, you know what, hold off that bit. We can talk about me being the best player and that we want more P's and more money and we want better terms or whatever it is. But to start talking about you'd favour a Premier League move to a Premier League team, I think that's where I think as fans we've got a right to kind of be like, okay, you're pushing the line a bit, because Salah, although with it, like, there's some people that might have been saying, you know what, he's off form, this, that, and kind of giving him the slander. He's been poor since AFCON, and we've still ridden out for him. No one said shot him. No one said get rid of him like they would have at Chelsea. As a fan base, we went and he was off form, and we put out a mural for him. And his contract's not signed, and Liverpool are putting out murals for him, as in like an ode to like Liverpool, like Salah, like, you're a great player. We appreciate what you've done. So for him to start talking about or even mentioning other Premier League teams, I think that's going to leave a sour taste in the mouths of Liverpool fans, especially when you haven't been performing.
Word. Bro, I'm on holiday and my head's gone. I'm rattled, G. I'll be honest, I'm rattled. Like, I think that, there is a part of me that just hopes that it is fake and it is just he say, she say. You know what I mean? I think, and you know what? I think I speak for most Liverpool fans when I say I hope this is fabricated news and his words have been twisted, and stuff. And but unfortunately, the Athletic, James Pearce, very reliable sources, have been wrong in the past, but a lot of the time aren't really wrong. So now you kind of go on and you have to think to yourself, shit, and again, I have to keep quoting if this is true, because I don't want to lean all the way to one side, because I'm a big Mo Salah fan myself. He's still our player. He's still the person that's going to bring us many trophies should he stay. I think we, is most likely, because we're a trophy winning team right now. You know what I mean? Whether that's domestic or the big two, we are a trophy winning team. I just think for Salah, I think the best thing for him to do is just to get his head down and to show that he loves the club through his game. I think a report I also read today. As I said, I'll be screen sharing all this, by the way, but I'm on my phone, innit? But is that he said he's happy. He's definitely looking to stay for the next 12 months and hopes to get the contract sorted within that 12 months. Now, I'm not a fan of that personally, because it's like, I think Salah's drop of form wasn't just because of AFCON. Salah has lost tournaments before. Salah has got injured in finals before. Salah has endured greater losses than the AFCON final, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And he usually bounces back quite quickly. I think that contract situation. So go on.
Yeah, no, go on. Finish up.
I just think that contract situation, it is on his mind. I think the contract situation is on his mind.
I think undoubtedly it is, but I think I think Salah's a type of person. I don't think he's motivated by money. He's not like in the grand in the greater scheme. He's not a player that's searching out to get. Do I mean the biggest contract? Otherwise, he'd be in Qatar like some of these type of players in China, and you would have just bounced ages ago. But if he's focused, and I think he's focused on the football. I think that AFCON, and I think missing out on the World Cup was a massive blow to Salah. Reason being is his legacy within Egypt is always questioned by Egyptians and within Africa itself because of the fact that he ain't gone and won an AFCON like Egypt has it in the past. Like I don't know if you remember. Do you remember when Mane when they missed out on the AFCON, not last AFCON, but the AFCON before when they lost?
Yeah. But I wasn't.
The locals attacked his village. That's how deep. That's how deep AFCON was. Like, Mane, you're the main guy. Cool. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna mess things up. These fans are like devout fans. They don't care about anything else but the AFCON. AFCON is a massive in. Do you know what I mean? I'm Ghanaian, so I know AFCON's massive in Africa. So I think that's affected him a lot because when you think about it, he's 30 now. The next World Cup is gonna be 34. Now he's not gonna be like. I mean, he's someone that relies on his athleticism a lot. He's not gonna be that same guy as he is now. This is his peak.
Right.
That's going to really affect him, knowing that in his head, this might have been my last chance. Winning the AFCON, that might have been your last chance. All these teams, African teams are getting better. We saw the Ghana got knocked out, Nigeria got knocked out. They're only going to come back better. It's difficult. I think that's really affected him because before then, he weren't talking, he weren't trying to say anything. And look at the performances, Watford, Man City. Before January, I was undoubtedly the best. You couldn't say anything. His bargaining position as a player was that, well, you give me 400k, but you're not going to get anyone better than me. Me personally, if I looked at it as a business, he's flopped a bit from his perspective. Reason being is because not only has he not been performing, we've brought in a brother who's coming from Portugal, and they've got similar numbers. Since he's been poor, they've got similar numbers. And you could argue that obviously Diaz's all-round gameplay has been better. So now the club's going to look at it, well, we have success in the transfer market again. We don't necessarily need you. Like, we've got our structure. You either buy into what we're trying to do or you bounce. And that's why with the Mane situation, and it's the same thing with Genie as well. Mane's reported he wants 400k. It's like, no, you know what? We can't give you that. That's fine. We're going to have to let you go. And the club are confident. I think even Jurgen Klopp came out a few months ago saying, we've offered him the best we can. He did it. With Genie, he was trying to say, oh, you know what? We're going to try and get it signed. With the Salah and Mane situation, he said, look, we've offered the best we can. And he's on board with it. So to me, that suggests that they're confident knowing that, oh, you know what, we can get someone else to fill the position.
But do you know what people forget to bring up? That Salah has said himself numerous times of the season, I'm pretty sure we'll come to an agreement. It's not a bother to me. Like, Salah seems very, at one point, when he was playing ridiculously well before the AFCON, like you said, like, the contract stuff was still going on. People forget this Salah contract stuff's been going on since last year.
That's true, yeah.
He's come out and he's gone, say nothing, let me up my value sort of thing. In the way and I said, as you said, Atletico, Watford, Man City. As I said, I can go on with the performances. And then you look at some of the press conferences, and he's just kind of, he hasn't even rubbished it off in a rude way. He's just gone, I think it will happen, just a matter of when. Jurgen Klopp's kind of rubbished it off, but that's a manager. He's obviously going to do that. So I think if it's been happening before AFCON and Salah's been able to churn out, these brilliant performances. By the way, 21 people, in here, by the way. This is a last-minute stream, no promo. Jerry's jumped on here last minute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially off the back of last video where we had 130 people in here again. But that still blows my mind to this day.
Crazy. Well done, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. These are all calling me an energetic Jamaican fizzy bottle or something like that because I was just gassed the whole time, innit? But no, like, I just back to the Salah thing. Like, this talk of it, this contract talk has been happening before the AFCON, and that's why I think I think him being able to play his game, he's still capable of doing that. Do you know what I mean? I think you might be right. I might just admit I was wrong for a second and think maybe the AFCON probably, in fact, the AFCON probably definitely is one of the main reasons as to his dip in form. Maybe a big hit to his confidence, because obviously I think legacy matters more than money to Salah. Would you agree? Legacy matters more than money.
That's what I'm trying to emphasize. I feel like with Salah, it's more of a legacy. It's a legacy thing, and I think, and that's why this whole commotion and talking about going to another Premier League club, it's like it's contradicting itself. It's like I almost don't want to believe it, because I'm like, what are you talking about? You're a player that talks about legacy. You've got a mural up. You're not someone that's going to go for the money. And when we look at it, where's he going to go? He ain't going to go to Chelsea. He ain't going to go to United. So what? City, Newcastle, if they got the money, who else? City's the only option I see. And if he's going to go there, he's taking everything he's ever done at Liverpool to go to the biggest rival Liverpool have got at the moment.
Oh, listen, we're going to get on to possible teams he can go to should he leave. But Ultra says, look at our top 3 rivals, United, Chelsea and City. He won't go to United because they're not fit. But he won't go to Chelsea, not after how much abuse they gave him. City, he wants to start, not rotate. Good, that's probably makes sense. Also, I think for City's gameplay...
Unless he wants the money, and this is what I'm trying to say. We're assuming that he's not that type of player. But what his agent's saying, and the way he's... What I'm trying to not comprehend as well is that you can't... I thought you're someone that loves the club. We assume every player's out this, that they love the club and that they're going to do everything with the club once they join Liverpool.
Because that's the scouting regiment. You kind of get players that play for the badge. That's usually how the scouting works.
Exactly. And not only that, though, as fans, you want to believe that, innit? You want your team to represent you as a fan.
100%.
He can't surely look at himself and be like, I'm double what Verge is worth, though. Verge has just signed a new contract on like 210.
Literally.
You can't, like, even though I understand, like, the market is the market, and I understand that type of thing, but you within yourself understand what business you're in. If you were at a workplace and you knew, the club, because it's not like the club's not valuing him or not respecting him. They are. They're trying to make him the most paid player at the club. The most any player's been paid ever at Liverpool throughout their history. Literally. Yeah, you're looking at it, you're saying 400's not enough. 400's not enough. Verge is on 210. And Verge undoubtedly is the best player in his position. Alisson, you could argue, he's top 3.
Mane is on 100k. Mane's on 100k.
But that's my bonuses. Point. Gini was on 70. How can you, it doesn't make sense to me for him to want 400k and feel like, you know what, within Liverpool, this is all right. Because what that happens, you're seeing it now. Salah's asking for 400. Mane's coming out and saying, all right, I want 394. Because
that's what
Mane's importance. Mane can argue and be like, my importance is better. Like, I'm involved in the gameplay more. Yeah, you're getting the numbers, and of course, numbers are important, but you're hogging the right-hand side. I'm having to go left, center, middle. I'm more important. That's the reason why Millie's still at the club, is because of his versatility. Not because he just plays. If he just played midfield, he'd be gone. It's the fact that he can play anywhere. And I don't get how Salah's agent and stuff can't see that, because he's being appreciated not only by the fans, but I feel like by the club as well. Obviously within the model, but he's being appreciated.
And his teammates.
Stay at 180. You get it?
And his teammates.
I'm mad passionate about this. I'm upset.
Bro, as I said, there's a reason why. As I said, this is last minute. This has to be spoken about. It just can't be ignored. You know what I'm saying? Let me run through some of these comments, because the comments are flying again. You lot are doing bits. I swear down, these men are. These men are amazing. I'm not gonna get sentimental again. I keep doing this, but been saying this for a while. Mo's agent is an idiot, bro. He's been doing this since January with these tall tweets and shit about Salah contract. But you never heard anything bad about Mane's agent. Yep, I agree. Agent is a beanhead. Salah needs to sack his agent. He ain't professional. Klopp has always said he wants a player who's professional in everything they do. Interviews, on and off the pitch, attitude, etc. But it's getting to Salah's head. Holiday going Monts. Yeah, bro, I'm in Malta right now. But the grind don't stop, as we already alluded to. Egypt are Burnley in AFCON, except Mo has to do Chris Wood. I agree. I think everything aside, I really disliked the expectation put on Mo Salah's shoulders for Egypt, because no disrespect to Egypt, there is no one in that team capable of playing in the Premier League. apart from maybe El Neni, who can't pass
Trezeguet.
forward, and Trezeguet, who can't
Yeah.
even play, and who is no longer good enough to play for Aston Villa, who haven't even finished in the top half of the table. So it's like, at the end of the day, when you look at certain teams that go, because the African teams are getting stronger year by year, they are getting stronger. A lot more players now are deciding to play for their actual nation, you know, their inherited nation. You know, you get people like Iwobi's going back to Ghana, Zaha going back to Ivory Coast now. Now all these players are making the African nation stronger. Even though Egypt are, I believe, one of the most, are they the most successful team in African history?
Yeah,
they are. Yeah,
no.
Like they're not the Egypt they were before. They might have the best player they've ever produced, but
that's the problem. That's the problem, because Egypt have won it so many times, and they've never had players like their best team.
But AFCON wasn't as strong back then.
I play in Europe. Yeah, I hear that. But they've never had players that play in Europe. Bear in mind, you had, George Weah that played for Liberia. You've had Abedi Pele. You've had all these other African players.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
With Salah, not only is he like, obviously the goals he gets and everything are ridiculous, but within Egyptian themselves, they're looking at like, our team have done it with worse players. You're like, you guys play in the Prem, like you're this world star. Bring us to that promised land. And I know it's unfair, but that's how these players see it. And I agree with that comment.
Yeah, I think.
Go on.
So I was just saying, I think it's just unfair to give Salah, well, a lot of people do, they give Salah and Mane the same expectations for AFCON, which is very, very unfair. So first of all, Egypt cheesed their way to the final. Let's just come on now. Yeah. And Mane's, I believe Senegal's team is up there with Ghana's team in the mid-2010s. I believe.
I agree.
I
agree. 100%.
Honestly, with the Asamoah Gyan's, the Kevin Prince Boatengs,
I believe man for man, I'd actually say the Senegalese team is better. Think about it. You've got Koulibaly. If you're that spine of the team, could all play in any
Mendy. You start with Mendy.
Any of the top 3 teams in the world.
Mendy, Koulibaly. You've obviously got Sadio Mane. You've got Cheikh Kouyaté. You got the other Mendy for Leicester. You got Idrissa Gueye.
Kouyaté.
Yeah, and
no, that's never correct. Yeah. No, Haller,
they've got a couple. Yeah, but I'd even say Ivory Coast. That Ivory Coast team in the 2010s, with Drogba and all that, and Yaya Toure. That was classed as like, oh my God, they're like the best. They're the favorites. That Ivory Coast team and Ghana, they were the favorites. Obviously, you'd throw Nigeria in there as well, but they were the favorites. Now you're looking at a Senegal team who looks like they generally eclipse all 3 of those teams easily. All 3 of those teams.
I think we're going to see it in the World Cup coming anyway.
Yeah,
and in the World Cup, you're going to realize how good they are against the European teams.
100%. So the expectation of Salah and AFCON, I think, has generally played out. It just hasn't. I generally think Klopp saw it coming as well, but it just hasn't played into any other hands. It's just been a detriment because on one hand, Salah feels the pressure, and on the other hand, it's really affected him legacy-wise. And on the other hand, now it looks like he's not going to be playing in the World Cup until he's 34. In fact, that is what it's going to be. You know what I mean? People just forget that he's the one who fired them into the World Cup, their first ever World Cup. People just forget that now. That's just into air when their team was even worse back then. You know, so I'm gonna go back to more of these comments and stuff because the comment section is flying. I need to just pay homage to a lot of these people just supporting the channel. But yeah, it's just not great on all cylinders from with me at the moment. And of course yourself. Carmen, big up yourself. He says, how much is Salah worth with 1 year left on his contract? I'm going 100 M's in today's market. I say that in today's market. Joey, what do you think?
Salah, yeah, definitely. I mean, hold on. Hazard, how much did he go for?
80 M's, 89 M's.
Are you sure he went 140?
I thought. Guys, in the comments, how much does Hazard go?
Hey, someone in the chat, let me know how much Hazard went for. Because if Hazard went for 140, then 150.
I thought Hazard went for 80, 90. I'm sure. But Ferguson said,
if it's 80, 90, then 100 M's, 100%. But I think it was more than that. Let me check.
Guys, make sure you find the tweet that I've tweeted and retweet this. There's 30 odd people in here. Again, big up everyone in the comments. Make sure you go and subscribe. Pablo, if you're still in the chat, can you dash in Jerry's link to his channel, please, my boy, if you can. And any of the other mods in here, if you can go find Jerry's channel and dash a link in the chat. Ferguson says, like, share, and subscribe. Support your quality channel as you continue to get brilliant content on a consistent basis. That is a United fan, you know. Big up Ferguson, man. Been rocking
125 mil, by the way, Monts.
125. Wow.
Yeah. So 140.
Is that
Yeah, yeah,
euros?
euros. So I give 140 euros. 140,
Okay,
150
okay. But
easily.
Hazard was 27 though. Hazard was 27. Salah's 30, innit?
Yeah, but I mean, we can't use the age thing because Hazard's been injured so many times. Salah's never
Yeah,
injured.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like
of course,
you
yeah.
got a guy. You know with Salah, he's gonna go and play 30 games easily. Like when he's at 34, easily. He's not gonna break down.
Mm-mm.
Hazard don't play 10 games.
No, facts, facts. I'm just gonna go fly through these comments. I'm still not. By the way, if I ever miss you guys' comments, just comment in again because I'm not used to you, man. Just dashing comments at me in it because, as I said, this is new money to me. By the way, also, can you guys super chat because we can be monetized now? Can you guys super chat? I've applied. They've accepted my request. I don't have my laptop on me at the moment, so I won't be able to dash like details, like certain like bank details on there till I actually get back to the UK. But if there is a super chat button, someone let me know, please, in the comments. Ultra says it could be that for tiredness, 4 games, 120 minutes back to back is a madness. Yeah, people think Salah's a machine. He has played a ridiculous amount of games this season. City's Arab owners would love him over them. Hope we don't do a
100%.
Sterling.
That's a good point. The market
Mm.
inside of City with the Arab world,
Yeah,
Salah's the biggest player in the Arab world, 100%.
yeah,
People are not realizing,
still
and City will do it. City will pay him what he wants because they'll recruit him.
100%. Newcastle not likely because City would be challenging for more silverware. The money moves him into an elite. He thinks the money moves him into an elite player status like Mbappe. Newcastle was a shout maybe, but I doubt he'll want to go there unless they'll get a top manager. Big up Ken. Holders Oak says on 180, going to increase to 200k this year. Wanted to stay. He's been doing this PR so that it looks like he looks too good. So he looks good to fans when he leaves. You still in motor, bro. Stay safe. Job blessings always. Don Dada Diamond, I appreciate you, bro. Honestly, I appreciate that. Marnie on the same money as Luke Shaw. Oh, honestly. Monts, my boy. Grizz Khan sources. Nah, bro. This is, bro, James Pearson, that. Literally. Pauls or Julian. I don't know about. I'm confused. I think I might have missed something. 9 United players are getting more than Mane. It's criminal that this is going to be his last contract. Gotta be. Does that say got to be massive? Got to be massive. The man does so much. The man does so much to fight poverty in his country. He deserves more. 100%. Won it. Yeah, Egypt won it 7 times. Stank out AFCON. Ivory Coast got wavy ballers. Facts. They do have wavy ballers. Said Egyptian Zidane. Oh my days. Utter Haram. Watch Zidane against son. Technically superior to Salah. Stop embarrassing yourself. Oh gosh. Monts, educate me, please. Mod me if you see fit. hey. Bear with people. Hazard is 89 mil. Say Monts last stream had 130 live viewers, 120 likes. Yeah, man. That's how we do over here. 140 mil apparently with add-on. So yeah, so Hazard it rose to 140. Fucking hell.
Yeah, especially with the champs.
Fucking hell.
I think with the Champions
What?
League.
That is crazy. All right, Ladamus is in here. What are you telling me, bro? What are you telling me, Ladamus? Went for 100 M's plus bonuses installments, winning La Liga. If we would get 25 M's in a row, winning the Champions League. That's crazy. Hazard's transfer was transferred to Real was like 2 to 3 years in the making. Didn't care to do anything to get that man. It's 31. So also there's no super chat button. Okay,
Yeah,
no worries.
There isn't yet. Yeah.
No, that's fine. So guys, no super chat option until I get back to the UK. Can't see the super chat button. Hold on. Look what we got here. Of course, we got here. What are we saying?
What are you telling you to?
All right.
I'm not bad, guys. So I can't even do the screen change thing from my phone, man. It's just I'm on bare bones right now, people. But Rose, what are you telling me, bro? You good?
Yeah, bro. Just got in and out. I just thought, yeah, I need to chop this out with Jerry and Monts, man. But yeah, bro, it's stressing me out, bro. That's honestly the truth. It's just stressing me out.
No, 100%. I'm just gonna get your opinion in a second. I'm just gonna finish these. Just get through some of these chats. I know there's no super chat function, guys. Please don't remind me. We could get 100 mil for Salah, but that depends on who's willing to pay that. PSG, City, and Real are the only ones who can pay. Accepted that Salah will leave on a free ages ago. Luca AFC, big up. Make sure you go subscribe to Luca AFC. Real chat. Question: are both Mane and Salah easily replaceable? I swear to God, I thought something ran over my foot because you know in these foreign countries, bro, I swear I thought something just ran over my foot. G. Oh my days. Oh my days. Yo, let me just focus on the screen. Sorry, I'm in motor in it. Do you know what it is? The whole balcony's open in it. So
yeah,
insects and shit. I don't like insects. I don't like insects and that. You good, man? Lacazette gone. Made a video if you want to check soon. Well, guys, you heard it here. If you want to see news on Lacazette, on him on his return to Lyon, go and check Luca AFC's channel. Thoughts on Mane going to Bayern, maybe, and who they'll replace. We've been so far into that. We're gonna leave that to a little bit later. We've only got about 35 minutes left of the video. So yeah, we want to just get through everything. If Salah leaves, we're going to need 2 players to replace him. Well, the numbers wise, probably. I think Klopp should change up our attacking style now that it looks like Salah will go too. But again, with elite managers, there's no plan A and B. There's a plan A, but instead of plan B, elite managers like to improve plan A. That is their plan B, by the way. So Big Six Bants because of Flawless. Big up Sarcasm City always. Big up Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you go subscribe to them also. Super chat options. Someone dash the Big Six Bants PayPal. I like that. Can I hop on? One of you guys might have to dash in the link because if I come off this, my phone's gonna start moving mad. So if you, the StreamYard link's in the chat, and if you want to dash us to Lad, you got Ladimus on socials, you lot.
Yeah, I'll dash it to him now. Yeah,
one of you lot dash in the link in it, and I'll get him in. But yeah, Rom. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you've heard the news by James Pearson and the flipping Athletic.
And you know what's annoying me, yeah? James Pearson Athletic, this is what's annoying and worrying. They're normally 95% of the time very accurate.
James Pearson don't waffle, bro.
Exactly. That is what I don't listen to a lot of journalists, but that is what journalists I listen to all the time. And if you want me to be honest with you, yeah, I think the main problem here is Rami Abbas. I think he's Salah's agent. He's getting into Salah's head. That comment just there, I've accepted Salah will leave on a free ages ago. I agree with it, but just not the time span. I've not accepted ages ago, but recent days I've started to think, I just don't think we're going to come to an agreement because when I was on the train coming back, I know Jerry touched on it, our wage structure and how we like to keep it good. Because I would hate it to be broken. Like Jerry said, Salah's telling me he's worth double what Dykes worth. But back to what you're saying once, I have to start these things off with apparently and if this is true because we don't know what's concrete and you don't need to jump to conclusion. But I'm hearing some mad comments from Liverpool fans. Recency bias is so real in football because it's like, just because he's been playing bad, let's be real, since AFCON he's not played well, but it's almost, let's just forget what he's done for the past 3-4 years. He does deserve a contract, just because of his recent form, it doesn't really merit what he's asking for. I don't agree what he's asking for anyway. I would offer him max, and even this hurts me saying this, 300. It doesn't even sound right. But I would offer him that just because of what he's done for the club. Let's kid you not, to get 20 plus goal competitions, 5 consecutive seasons. It's crazy that Liverpool fans need to kind of appreciate what he has done. And I do understand, but you can't offer him that on current form. But that's the highest I'll go. But when he's asking for 400, no,
I can't. Yeah, this is where I think my little bit of bias comes in. You guys have to forgive me for this. This comment here, I feel like Aiden has read my mind before I've said it, and I'm not saying this has to be a thing, but sometimes I do think, does Liverpool's philosophy have to be broken if we do want to eclipse the likes of Manchester City and the clubs that are just more financially adept than us, even if they don't do it as efficiently? So again, our scouting regimen is the best in the league, undoubtedly. It's better than City's because City still need a year to break in their players. We don't need that. Players come in, they look like they've been part of the squad the whole time. So when it comes to scouting regimen, we are number one, and I'm not really hearing anything other than that from anyone. Do you know what I'm saying? You look at the way we spend our money. the amount of money we spend, we usually go off net spend. I'm pretty sure you guys will agree. We usually spend within our net, and that'll be that. Sometimes we'll go a little bit over, but not a little bit. We do go over our net, but like nothing like outrageous. You know what I mean? Nothing outrageous. You know, and if so, we usually have to charge up the money for like a year to really go all out for something. You know what I'm saying? So I think the way football is starting to dominate football, so the way money is starting to dominate football more, I do sometimes, it just crosses my mind that I think our style, and I think we are a very honest football club. I think we are too honest. It's like when you stay on your feet when you've been fouled clearly in the box. We all saw what happened with Tammy Abraham in the Conference League final. It's like we're so honest, but it's like we pay with our honesty. So we should have gotten a Genie replacement. We all know that, but we didn't because we spent within our net, and we generally believed that what we had was good enough. And if we really, and only when it becomes catastrophic do we then act, because we're an honest football club. And it's not like where City, if they had the Wijnaldum situation, either would have just brought in a replacement, or they would have offered, they would have just paid him what he wanted to get.
I think,
do you know what I'm saying?
Is a lot. There's different cases, but I think what you're saying in regards to this, we can be reactive instead of proactive.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just feel like, possibly now, do we have to break at some sort of structure at the club, whether that has to be the wage structure or that has to be the spending side of things. So I think if the wage structure doesn't change, then we might have to change up the way we spend our money and be more proactive rather than reactive, because then it allows it to be.
No, go on. But do you guys not feel maybe that the club are actually being reactive? Like they know what's coming before us. We think that. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, this Salah contract and this Mane contract is a madness. We don't know this is happening. Maybe they knew this was going to happen. Yeah, and they're already solid in terms of what they wanted. We're going to offer you this. We're not going to offer you more than this. We've got that Excel spreadsheet, like I've spoken about on different channels as well, where there's pure list of man with the different stats and what they can offer. And they're going to bring in a player that's going to do the exact same thing as this brother, because it seems to me that's the way they operate. Because if you look at majority of the signings, they've always been proactive. We don't muck about. We don't do last deadline day signings. We don't do any of that stuff.
That just look,
everything's done early. We wanted Diaz in the summer. What happened? Tottenham in. We grabbed him.
Yeah.
Fabinho. What happened? We grabbed him. Of course, we spend within our net and stuff.
Konate, first day of the window open.
That's what I wanted to touch on, Jerry. When we lost against Real Madrid in 2018, the last final, Fabinho and Alisson were signed within the next week. Like,
and I guarantee you, Dad wanted them from 2 seasons before. I think when you think about it, I feel like this is all there's actually a systematic plan, which that's why the whole idea of like even like Mane leaving and stuff. Of course, I love Mane. Mane's my greatest player, but I do feel like, oh well, that was the replacement. Even Genie leaving, it's like they were like, oh, Thiago's a replacement. I genuinely feel Thiago was the replacement. The only problem is he's not giving you 60, 70 games that Genie did.
That Genie will give you at least.
Which I think they've gambled with. They said, you know what, his quality is that good. Let's just hope that our medical side can do something on him to make him play 40 games.
And I think that also the arrival of Harvey Elliott and Klopp wanting to play him in centre mid also added to the risk.
So he probably said, you know what? Thiago's going to play, instead of playing 20 games, he might play 35 games. And then the other games are going to be supplemented by Jones and Elliott. And I think that's what they tried to do.
Especially when Elliott come in straight away as well. I think Klopp had these plans to start Elliott because he was, as I said, again, the horror injury, I think generally derailed Klopp's midfield plans to Liverpool, and we have to remember that.
We look at Van Dijk as an example. Look how that happened. Klopp got caught tampering with him in the spring, and we went and bid for him in the summer. He was caught chatting him up in a hotel, do you know what I mean? Taking him out Dubai, them settings. Do you get it? So I feel like sometimes, obviously, we as fans, we see what's presented to us, and we're like, hey, you know what? Like we're being too reactionary. I think they're actually very proactive, and I think that they're content. I think they're very happy saying, if Salah doesn't want the peas that we're trying to give him, bounce. Because I think they're confident within their structure. We're going to go and grab someone else. And on the money side of it, it's going to make more sense because even with a Salah thing, I'm putting it hypothetically. Imagine we gave him that 400,000, that 4-year deal that he wanted. So he's going to be 34 by the time it finishes. And he's dead. like you know, like with Torres.
Can I just jump in?
Imagine
Torres,
Can I just jump in? Can I just jump in, Jerry? You're so right, because name me a player that has improved after their big lucrative contract. It's very rare. The only one I can think of, exactly. The only one I can think of
improved. That's what I'm saying.
Went up was possibly Sterling. After he got his last contract at City, he did go another level. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. After a lucrative contract that actually improved, everyone else just goes down.
But watch the age, KDB
as well, yeah.
Yeah, go on, Monts.
Yeah. No, I agree. Listen, for me, I'm not saying break the wage structure in it. I'm saying football is becoming more and more powerful. Money is becoming more and more powerful in football, and unfortunately, players are getting more power. It's ruining the game. Mbappe-esque contracts are ruining the game. Neymar's fee was the first step in ruining big parts of the game, which that wasn't Neymar's fault, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Scared for football in the next 3-4 years, you two.
This is what I'm saying. So
scared for football.
At some point, just to go through, at some point, something's gonna have to give at Liverpool, because unfortunately, the game is becoming less and less dishonest. And Liverpool are an honest football club. Yes, there are examples of us. There are many examples of us being very proactive and getting our man when we need our man. But when you've got players looking outside other teams and seeing how much they're getting paid, you know what I'm saying? You're seeing how much they're getting paid. You're seeing how much money is getting offered. So when the structure at Liverpool isn't sustainable, in my opinion, the structure at Liverpool is only unsustainable the way I see it is because we're an honest football club and we have all these amazing players on subtle wages. Like I said, like Virgil, let's be honest, in today's football market, Virgil van Dijk should be on 350,000 easily. Easily. Mo Salah in today's market should be on 400k. Sadio Mane in today's market should be on 400k. Let's be honest, in today's market, amongst the highest paying football teams, all these footballers should be earning easily over 300k. That is, do you know what I mean? So if we can think of that, imagine what some of the players think. A lot of the time, even though players do love their club, a lot of players address football as work. They don't say I'm going training today. They say I'm going work today. Do you know what I'm saying? So we sometimes obviously go on. I'll continue
from a business standpoint though, and I think economics, it happens in life with a crash. What happens? Prices inflate and then everything drops. Like house market, everything drops. And I think what Liverpool do as a business, they're not trying to be your Burys and your Derbys and your Uniteds and your PSG. I personally feel like one day something's gonna happen and they're gonna get caught and they're gonna be like, look at what happened to Barca even recently. All of a sudden, spending. All of a sudden, oh my God, we can't do it, and everything falls. The way Liverpool are structured means that when that happens, Liverpool's still on top. And if we keep challenging with the model that they've got, it means that look, football's going to change. You're seeing the Super League, like the emergence of the Super League and all this type of stuff. Liverpool are trying to make sure that they're in a position where they're not struggling around and they're paying stuff off and having to do this, which means that they're securing the club. And as long as, I guess from a business standpoint, you've got the debate, football and business, they're looking at, well, we're competing on all fronts, which we have done this season. And we're not in debt. We're not doing all of this type of stuff, which means that the club is secure. And as long as the club is secure, they feel like, you know what, we're good. We're good. There's nothing else we got to do. So
Jerry, what you're
Salah as an individual player, they're not looking at Salah as the goals because they feel like we can get goals from somewhere else. Because we didn't sign. It's not like he came through the academy and was some like random. Oh, we didn't know where this came from. Wasn't expected. I think when they signed Salah, they expected this. That's why they signed him. They looked at all the statistics regarding Salah and his performance at Roma and at Fiorentina, and then said, you know what? If he comes into our system, it multiplies. And they've got that whole Excel sheet. That's why it's working like that, in my opinion.
But by the way, just before I'm first of all, even though I hate the topic, but I really am enjoying this conversation. I'm not even gonna cap. Like it's engaging. I'm rattled. Latimus is here to see the Liverpool tears. You know, it's a great blend. Obviously Fergie says Shabaranks is back. I can't. That joke is killing. That one is killing me. Guys, I don't know how many likes are on. I'm very limited when I'm on my phone. But there's 32 people in here. No promo. I'm in another country. I'm just like I'm in Hawaii when I'm actually in Malta and it's 32 degrees and it's nearly 12 o'clock at night. And over here anyways. And it's crazy that everyone in here is still full of comments, fun, judgment, whatever you want to say. Everyone's here to have that football discussion and be involved. So again, blessings to everyone that's in here, that's supporting the channel. Make sure you do go over to subscribe to Saint LFC TV. You go subscribe to Jerry's channel, and you do go and follow Latimus on all his socials as well. How many likes are we on? Someone 30 likes. Hey,
yeah.
Yo, get that to 50.
Yeah,
it's 40 now. It's 40 now, so that should be easy.
Love that. Get that to 50. Get the guys. Yo, I'm in motor. I'm clapping. I'm killing it. I've killed 4 insects. While this
Wait,
video
hold on, Monts. What are you clapping?
Oh my god, guys! I mean, listen. I have killed like 4 insects since I have started this video. I don't like bugs. So, guys, just for that alone, you don't have to go stretch this to 50 likes, please. Please. I can hear the strip. The strip right now is active. The strip is active right now. I've got the thing closed. I've closed it as much as I can so you can't hear the music. But the strip is active. But I care about you, man.
You got yourself. Are you quickly off topic? Quick answer. Have you been Footloose yet? You might have seen it. Footloose, it's a club.
Footloose, what, by Truth and that?
I think so. I've not been, but my boy just came back from
Footloose, bro. Footloose is just there, bro.
Yeah,
Footloose
bro,
is literally right there.
Apparently that club's
Footloose,
mad.
Listen, yeah.
I've not been, but my boy landed the other day. He said it's mad.
Wait, is he on the summer and motor thing? Because that's what I'm on, innit? So if he's there, I don't know. There's a couple more. There's proper. We'll talk in it. We'll talk.
Yeah,
sorry,
we'll
guys.
Talk.
Football. Sorry, guys. Football. Liverpool. Salah pissing everyone off. Sorry, guys. But
back to what Jerry was saying. He's spot on. It's just that I think that this is what I love about our club. A lot of clubs think short term and it can come back to bite them. Even look at remember I think it was 5 years ago when they got the new Chinese consortium. Everyone thought they're going to be they're going to be back. Then it just comes crashing down them. I think we think longevity-wise, where a lot of the big super clubs think short-term. So what Jerry said is spot on. Definitely.
100%.
Even Everton,
I
man.
agree.
Everton, look at Everton. Everton got the money. The amount they spent on players, the amount of wages. What's Iwobi on? I think Iwobi's something like 120, 130.
He earns more than money. More than money.
Just more than money.
But that's my point. But look at them. So for me, it's not a wage thing. I think if Liverpool are going to abide by the structure and buy a certain type of player, I think you got to look at it and be like, well, do you know what I mean? Look, I guarantee we all thought the same thing about Coutinho. When Coutinho left, I know I was brewing.
Oh, I remember exactly where I was and what I was doing when he handed in that transfer request. I was at work. I was devastated.
Same. That's what made it worse.
I was
devastated.
I was looking at that tee. You know, I had that tee, the one with the Warrior one when he first signed. I was looking at it. I was like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, the one when we almost won the league was, and like Suarez has left. Now Coutinho, I was like, I don't want this. I was like, why am I getting rid of Coutinho, who's at the time you could argue was like the best.
He scored a banger today, by the way.
Player, and I was like, where are we going for? But look what happened. We became a stronger club for it. Now we don't know the future. Imagine we go and, do you know what I mean? Mane goes and Salah goes, but we bring in someone that we're not even thinking about. Whoever Nkunku, whatever type of player you're talking about, even Bowen. And he goes and does bigger things than Salah. We don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't know it as fans. You get it?
But do you know what's mad though? I think what we're doing, the only reason I say it's unsustainable is because we have a miracle worker. So the way we operate is fine as long as Jurgen Klopp is here.
Yeah.
As long as Jurgen Klopp is here, you can underpay the players. You can spend limited funds. You can buy limited amounts of players. You can use players that are only good for the system and not big names and not marquee signings because we have Jurgen Klopp. But the second that man walks out the door and you now have to rely on quality a lot more and wage structure, starts to wobble a bit because, Jurgen Klopp's not here. So maybe the philosophy doesn't stand as strong and stuff. We now have an issue. So when we talk about sustainability and when clubs will go bust and we'll still be strong, will we still be there to be strong if Klopp isn't there? That's my only fear.
Quick
you know what I'm saying?
So on top of that, just to go and ask. So would you not say then, given it would be better served giving that 400 grand to an Mbappe or a Haaland or a player that's going to give us that longevity whilst Klopp's still here? Because Klopp's gone in a couple of years anyway. He's done his increase, but he's gone in what? Is it 2 years, 3 years? What's the extension?
2026.
Yeah.
2026. But regardless, whenever it is, by that time, Salah's going to be an old man anyway, right? And he wants that long extension. So if you were stuck with a Salah there, that's just, do you know what I mean? And do you know what I mean? He's going to be older. We can't rely on that. So maybe we're actually better served going and giving that 400 grand to an Mbappe, an Nkunku, whoever it is, a Haaland, whoever is within that age bracket, someone that's younger, upcoming. That means that we can secure our position for the future. Because why are we going to go and give that massive contract to a player that's unfortunately based on statistics is near the end of his career?
Because we all know that the board and the coaching staff and Jurgen Klopp are probably all looking at this thinking, all right, so do we wobble the wage structure or do we sell Salah and just change the way we approach signings and then start to look at marquee signings? Because again, to compete with Manchester City, even though our scouting regimen is better than theirs, you go, well, they have a problem, it's solved. And if it's not solved, we'll solve it again because we've got the money to solve it again and again and again. So which one do you do? The way you buy, as I said, the way you buy players, or do you keep the wage structure the same? Which one do you go with? Or do you go with neither? Do you know what I mean? That's a question to you guys.
Just before I answer that, recently I've been thinking, it hurts, but I've been thinking about life without Mane and Salah, right? And in today's modern game, football's very system-based. And I was very at war with myself thinking, how are we going to replace output? Mane and Salah's output is ridiculous. Then I clocked, in this system we play and the type of play that's out there, I don't think, and Jerry and Monts, you can answer this as well. Do you think replacing output will be much of a problem due to the way we play and the system we play?
I
was thinking more.
We draw too many games. We're saying we draw too many games already, though.
No, do what it is. But for me, I think that's just a system as a whole. I was just going to say that. I feel like the way we're playing, we're still playing as though we're the underdogs. We're trying to do this game press against a team that's playing a low block. And when you're doing that, it doesn't work. The reason why City, and I said it to you, remember ages ago, Monts, I was on the live with Cockridge and I was saying the way City go and play, that's like, it means that they go and keep the ball, and it means that they win it back and they just keep it again, and they can break down that low block effectively, which means that against 90% of the teams, they're going to win. And then against the teams against Liverpool and Chelsea and stuff, they're just going to use, they've got the difference makers. So your Mahrez's, your Grealish's that can just pop up with a goal and do nothing. Chelsea had that in Hazard, because Ladders was talking about it. Salah shows that a couple of times against, do you know what I mean? Like, he done it against City and stuff, which I was like, raw at the beginning of the season. Like, it was mad. But our system doesn't allow us to break down those teams. So I think in terms of the draws, I think that's a complete system change. I think since Buvac left, I think the brains have gone. And I think we're seeing that.
So is it one of them ones where, do you guys think the board is hesitant to give Salah the money because Salah is, according to contract, Salah is going to outlive Jurgen Klopp. So if Jurgen Klopp is on his way out within the next 2 to 3 years, it's probably going to be 3 years, let's be honest. We'll go in 3 years, when his contract runs out in 2024-2025 season. And at that point, something's going to have to change in terms of system, because we don't know if there's a manager that can emulate Klopp's philosophy the way he does. If the philosophy of the team changes, will it be worth keeping Salah on board on a contract that lies beyond Jurgen Klopp?
Yes, it will be. If that means if Klopp's contract ends in 2026. If that means an extra 3 Premier Leagues and 1 or 2 Champions Leagues, and yes, it's worth it. Like, I get the whole wage structure you guys have, but sometimes exceptions can prove the rule. Sometimes you might need to pay Salah or Mane what they're worth, or else they're going to leave, and you're going to have players like, I don't know, we've got Diaz now in 2-3 years or whatever, and he's one of the best wingers in the world. Then he'll just leave, because he'll know, well, you didn't pay Salah, who was the best player in the world.
Connection. Is that connection with him, actually? You hear what you're saying, but the connection is...
connection.
Connection with him, mad lad.
Okay. Anyway, basically what I'm saying is, like, pay the players what they're worth. Like, pay Salah, pay Mane what they're worth. Don't get the whole money ball thing, because, like, you guys know FSG is not going to pay, I don't know, what, 100 M's for Nkunku, right?
But Ladimus, but that's the difference, and I think that's the difference, because obviously we're speaking from a Liverpool's perspective, so we understand how obviously our club works. Chelsea could do that. Chelsea, the way Chelsea worked was, we'll go and spend the money because we're going to get a new manager in 2 years anyway. Because it was very, you know what? And to be fair, I respect that kind of thought process. We're not going to keep doing the same thing over and over again because it's not working. So we're going to get the next manager in, and the next manager in, and we're going to go and see if that works, and we're going to get the next player in, see if that works. Liverpool are going to go and do that. So to play Mane what he's worth, you pay that. But I think, look, put it this way, I do think Liverpool would pay Salah 400,000 for a year extension. But Salah's not going to be comfortable with the extension. He wants a 4-year deal. And I think those are where the issues arise, because they're looking at saying, Klopp's getting the best out of you. But, like, look, I'm a Salah, look, I love Salah and stuff. But is Salah a De Bruyne or Modric or Thiago that dictates the game?
Well, no. Because your goal scorers don't.
It has an impact on the game. Salah gets you the output.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So to go and pay someone the output, and then for them to not give that at the end of their, do you know what I mean, at the end of their reign, that's going to have an impact on the club. And Liverpool can't afford to then offload the Salah just for nothing or sell him and then grab someone else. And that's where the issue lies. But
you're saying the Chelsea model, at least with Roman at the end, I didn't agree with, because we were wasting, like, again, 100.
Latimus, take out the headphones, Latimus, and try to speak. See what happens. Unplug the headphones. See what happens.
Yeah, it might be that. Bro.
Try again. Speak now. We can't speak now. Still laggy.
Signal, you know?
It's the signal. It's the signal. I don't know. Are you on 4G or Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi.
Hold on. Speaking.
That sounded a bit better.
Yeah, that sounded a little bit better.
I was like,
Wi-Fi. It can't be a signal on Wi-Fi.
Oh, hold on. I think we got him.
I think he's back. You think he's back?
Cool.
Latimus, say a sentence.
Say
a sentence.
It can't be this Wi-Fi.
Yes,
we can hear you. We can hear you. You're good.
All right, cool. Whatever. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't agree with the Chelsea model because we wasted money on big transfers or whatever.
He's gonna think we're taking the piss. Sorry, bro.
That just made me laugh.
Right,
it was good. Then he went back.
I'll come back.
Yeah, jump in and jump back. I love this guy. Latimus, don't change, fam. Latimus, don't ever change. Who the hell in the comments said Latimus?
Everyone's saying Latimus.
Yeah, because he's been a bit laggy in the last few minutes, but like he usually patterns it after a bit. But like, who said Lagamus? Hey, own up. Who the fuck said Lagamus? I'm trying to find the comment now. Own up.
Right, we're gonna have to hold down the stream. Looks like Monts.
Where was we at, bro? A lot happened just then.
No, I was talking about, but yeah, obviously our structure, innit? Our structure just means that I feel like we've got a difficulty. Like, it goes back to my point. What do you think? Do you think we go and pay? Do you know what I mean? Because let's say an Nkunku comes in, yeah. Do you feel like Liverpool won't go and pay Nkunku 70? They'll pay him 150, 160. Like, think of Naby, innit? Naby came in after Mane. Naby came in after Bobby, and then he's earning more. Do you get it? He's earning more because of. Go on.
Even our more recent signs, like Thiago, let's be real, one of the best midfielders in the world. But even Thiago's on what, 180, 200?
He's on 200, yeah.
I feel like we have kind of accepted, Jerry, that not 100%, but we do kind of have to pay the bigger players, bigger fees. So that's what you just said. Naby's on more money and he signed after
Mane as an example, yeah.
Money. Jota's on quite a bit as well, isn't he?
Jota's on close to Mane. I think Jota's around that price anyway. I think maybe 110, 100. But
I'm trying to say, our more recent signings, I think we've kind of accepted, look, let's not pay over the odds in terms of wages, but we still do have to raise it to an acceptable
exactly. And I feel like the club want to move the wage structure as a package, but together. They don't want to just do one. 4 bills, because it means the next player that's coming in. Let's say we get.
They'll do it like in bus carriages, like 6 players that attack.
Exactly. Yeah. Because let's say we. This is what I was thinking about. Let's say we sign Salah on a 400, yeah, and we said, yeah, you don't give him what he wants. The next player we get, let's say we want Nkunku. You think his agent's not going to say, you know what, slap him on 300? Look at my numbers.
Yeah, but
look at the age. There's so many things that come in.
So remember, we're not, as a club, we're not broke though. So it's one of them ones where, do you look at that and go, as I said, going forward as a sustainable model? I'm not talking about tomorrow. Going forward as a sustainable model, do we need to start? Is this a Liverpool problem? And do we need to shift, as you said, shift the wage structure as a whole, as to maybe everyone on at least about 50 grand more, so no one's actually eclipsing someone else in terms of wages. So you have your Salahs on, I don't know, 350. You have Virgil on 330. You have a Diaz on, I don't know, 200 bags as a new signing that's supposed to come in and replace, the big hitters.
But think about it. If the whole package, like Roms was talking about, that bus, that 6 players that have gone and signed on, when you think about it, Fabinho, Alisson, Trent, Virgil, Hendo, whoever else has signed, they've all signed new deals. And they're comfortable with the P's that they've signed, yeah? So Virgil's the most at 210. They're trying to make Salah the most paid player, but he wants 400. We can't then renegotiate with the players we've just signed on 4-year deals.
Yeah.
Like, we can't do it.
I'll be real. Obviously, guys, just by the way, there's 35 man in here. So listen, are we past 50 likes yet? Who's on like patrol? Who's on like patrol? Someone.
I'll be. I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah,
49. My one's saying 49.
Hey, 49. Yo,
49, yeah.
Guys, if we hit 50 live viewers in this video, I'll show you guys the view from my hotel. How about that? I'll show you guys the view from my hotel.
We will hit 50. I'm saying 60. I'm saying let's go to 60 now.
Because I'll be honest, as much as you know how these videos love to run on to 2 hours, I can't be on for too long, but we're gonna look to it. We're 1 hour and 6 minutes in. I think 25 minutes we'll go on for a little bit more, and then we're probably gonna end it there. I'm gonna end with a question for everyone, and that's gonna be, how much would you offer to Salah, and do you keep him or do you sell him? That's gonna be the question. So just have that in your thoughts before we do move on. There's a few comments that I just wanna run through. Like I found the comment. Nuno Bernandez, listen, you are killing me with that one. Honest to God, you are killing me. We have to sell him this summer, we can't let him go for free. TJ, I hear what you're saying. Pablo says subscribe to James, guys. Yep, subscribe to James's channel right there, guys. There first. Done some good work, too. Streaming up in the morning, bro. You see James doing up the madness. Big him up, man, honestly. Monts, are you at the Bahamas? Bro, I wish Bahamas. Listen, maybe with those super chats, I'll be in the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm in Malta, man. I'm in Malta. But yeah, Jamie Felix, pick up yourself, my broski. Like Prime's, so there's just people, everyone just laughing at Prime's internet. Do you know what's so funny? I was laughing at Prime's internet, but then I lagged out myself. So I think that's the world telling me to just
life
keep
comes
my
at
mouth
you
shut.
fast.
Yeah, life comes at you very, very flipping fast. Loser pool are finished. Mane going and Salah coming back on to the Bridges peak. Expressions voice. I said it's peak. We are fans and here talking. We are fans and here talking about wages like we are the national insurance scheme. This is the problem. You say football's becoming too economic, let's say. You could say. Man name is Real Madrid, Johnny Depp, and Liverpool Amber Heard. I will not answer that for reasons I do not want to get cancelled. Do other fan bases discuss the club's wage structure? I'm pretty sure Manchester United, the Man U fans are fuming at the way their wage structure is. You got man like Sancho getting 6J on 300k plus, G. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, I'll wait until you finish before I say it.
Diaz on 90 grand. No, Diaz ain't on 90. Diaz is on 6 below.
You're a bit low. I think it's 7.
Yeah. Diaz is on 60. Diaz is on 68 bags. I can't lie. He's on 68 bags. Diaz on 90 grand is sick if he keeps his performances up. And he's looking at the end of the season. 50 likes. Big up. Pablo, all of you lot. Nuno Bernandez. Hey, let's get to 90 likes. Hey, you lot can get to 90 likes before the end of the video.
You know what? Hey, big up Assad, because Assad just brings a different dynamic to this. He's just on war, bro.
How about this? This was a nice conversation. Should he stay? Should he go? How much should he go for? Let's compare everyone's wages, and then I just see, stop being a wassio. Why aren't you doing a European review with the man them? Stop ducking the grinds. I want to see you get cooked. Is this what I do to Chelsea fans? I said I love you to bits, my boy.
Word, you got
Jesus. He's always Assad. You know what it is? Assad, because Assad see me was all season. Like, bro.
Nah, but it's because for like what 2-3 months straight, you guys continuously were cooking Corey. That's what.
Wait, did man say Lager ranks? Aye, listen, you lot.
They're taking the
And Latimus came on to get cooked.
Hey, Latimus, bro. Hey, he's a neutral in all this, fam. Leave him alone. Hey. Oh, listen.
No, the way is he's coming to the Liverpool den, innit? It's just
he's come to the Liverpool den, bro. It's mad. Bro, I've got nothing to celebrate. We've lost 2 finals to you, and you're damn right I'm on violet. See, as I said, this is what happens. When man them get the this is why the boys of the Big Six Bants tried to tell me that I barely put my neck out on the line, and I had to just correct them. So I had to correct them because man are considering me one of the loudest Liverpool fans around. So how can man them say I don't put my neck on the line? I was screaming Jurgen Klopp since January.
Monts, if there's anyone that puts their neck on the line out of everyone, it is you. That just doesn't make sense.
Literally, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you after that cup final, I
don't think they were here for it, bro. After the Carabao Cup final, the Stocks, Jurgen Klopp, we were all on that bus, bro.
Oh yeah.
Monts got me. I used to have a word with Monts about that because you got me on that bandwagon high. I was at work into the quad coin and it dropped. I ain't got nothing.
I can't lie. See, as I said, personally, when we were 2-0 up, when Villa were 2-0 up and it was 1-1, I took my bread out in it. I can't lie. I opted out still. Just in case.
Buy the dip. I was buying it, thinking it's gonna.
But you also got to sell at a high if you're buying the dip. But maybe I forgot to put that bit in the memo. I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, guys, listen. Sorry, the banter's flying in it. But I just wanted to. In fact, what we're gonna do, I think we are gonna end it on this question because I think this is generally gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes for each man to answer this question. In the comments, so this is for everyone in the comments as well. Do you buy Salah? Sorry, do you keep Salah or do you sell him? If you sell him, how much do you sell him for? And if you keep him, how much do you put him on? And in terms of a wage structure, how much do you put him on a week? And for the rival fans, would you buy Salah? And if your club was to go out there and buy Salah, this is for the people in the chat, how much would you pay Salah on a weekly basis? And also another question for Liverpool fans as well. Do you guys do you guys believe that Liverpool should break their wage structure for Mohamed Salah? But we'll keep that as a feeder question. I'm gonna start with Roms first. I don't know if you remember my question. It's quite a long, lengthy question, but yeah.
It was, do you keep him? If you keep him, how much do you offer him a week? If you sell him, how much do you sell him for? And
this is all this window, by the way.
Yeah, that's it.
Let me start with what I remember, then you can add up.
Do you keep him? Yeah, keep or sell?
Do I keep him? Yes. And what I offer him is I'm not, anything else will make me sick. This kind of makes you sick in itself, but what I offer him is 300k a week. I feel that is more than enough. It's pretty. If you round it up, 100k more than our highest earner at the club. If I were to sell him, you lot might think this is absurd, but I'm just factoring he hardly gets injured. He's never actually had a serious injury at us. Looks after himself. His output is guaranteed. You know what you're going to get with him, bar these last 6 months. I sell him, honestly, still for 100 mil. I'm not hearing anything less. Chelsea are able to do it with Hazard. Yeah, he was maybe, I think a year younger. But if Chelsea can do it, why can't we? Cool. Hazard debatable. We can say he's the better player, but Salah has the better output. Goals are currency. I'm hearing 100 million. I'm not hearing anything less.
Okay.
He's got a year left.
Jamie Phillips says that Salah 300k no more. His all-round game is not good enough to be 400k. So I'm guessing he says he keeps him and puts him on that wage. TJ says if we get 130, I'd sell him so long as that replacement is Kane and involves a world-class player. So again, if anyone, I think so. I'm guessing if people say Salah needs to be sold, it depends heavily on the replacement. Because the market is so weak right now, we need to keep Salah at all costs. I'll get to my answer. As I said, I'll get to my answer in a second. People aren't gonna like my answer. I'm not gonna say sell or keep, but if we have to offer him a max of 325k in wages and he declines, I would sell him. Jerry versus Lager, who you choosing? Oh my god. 85 mil on the 1.2k, bro. Thank you, Anthony. Losing on a free for what? Chelsea propaganda. Ladder must have brought the Chelsea army here today, clearly. Don't break wage structure. Just amend the highest wage. Just amend it to the highest wage. It's 300k, and you can work with that going forward. Anissa says 300k. Don't break the wage structure. Given his age, 400k is way too much of a risk. Yeah, hold that. Hold that. I don't even have a tissue. I'm just gonna have a bug on my hand while I'm doing this. Then saying that. Hazard is in his last year, so absolutely 350 grand. Not selling him for any price. End of. I'll take Salah right now. I'm gagging for an injury prone. I'm gagging for an injury prone Osman Dembele. Wait, do you just contradict yourself in one thing?
Raw. Man,
don't ever make fun of my Wi-Fi. Don't ever do that again once.
That's what I'm saying. Life comes at you faster than him as well. He's just.
Right. I lag. You might. I called him lag. You know. I lagged.
Yeah. No.
What would you do with that situation?
The thing is, this you guys compare it to the Hazard situation, but it's completely different. Like Real Madrid had been chasing Hazard 2 years previously before we even sold him.
You're right.
Even though he managed into the last year. What?
You're right. Salah hasn't had like a permanent, consistent club just on him. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. And like, even though he was entering his last year, like he was still balling out before that, since what Salah is now, to be fair. But like, we were in a position to say, look, he's a world-class player. This is the guy you want. There's no one else in the world performing to that level at the moment. If you don't get him now, you're not going to get him at all because he will just resign with us. So even though we wanted like more than 100 mil, we got 100 mil plus. Then add-on incentives because he was meant to go there and dominate, win Ballon d'Or. It's probably a Ballon d'Or clause. Win multiple Champions League.
It's actually worked out well for you guys when you think about it, innit? Like in terms of
yeah. But unless you guys go to Real Madrid and say, look, you didn't get Mbappe or Salah, he's probably, if not the best inside forward in the world, one of the best in the world. He's here. Do you want him? Give us 80 mil, 90 mil plus, say, add-ons for 25 mil. You win Champions League, 50 mil if he wins Ballon d'Or, stuff like that. So I do. There's no because other than that, you're gonna have to give him what he wants in the wages, and you guys are not willing to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I think me personally, I'm gonna lie, I'm shot in Salah, innit? And reason being is because, like, alluding to what you're saying, I'm not allowing him to go on the free because I think what that does, it allows the narrative to run that Salah's in control of his destiny and what goes on, and we're kind of in control. I think we got to look at what United have done in the past. I mean, Ronaldo wanted to go there, let him go. Do you know what I mean? Beckham wanted to go there, wanted to go, let him go. Do you know what I mean? There's been ints back in the day.
And what feeds into what you're saying, Jerry? No player is bigger than the club, so we can't allow that happening. Yeah,
exactly. And we're proving that with our stance, right? So we have to go and we can't do that, but then be like, yeah, well. Salah can't be the one telling us, and he done it the other day, saying, "Yeah, I'll be here next season." He unless you've signed, I don't want to hear you telling me you're be next season because you're not in control.
No, you're right. You're spot on.
You're not in control of that. Do you know what I mean? Imagine me coming to your yard and telling you, "Hey, you know what? Now I'll let you know when I'm leaving." Innit? The party's done, but it's that type. Do you know what I mean? It's that type of thing. So for me, yeah, I think you got to shot him, but I think you've got to do it with a statement of intent.
How much are you trying to receive for him now? How much are you sending him for? Because me and Saint had this convo. Saint initially said between the six. Don't quote me, it's 100 because this convo was like a month ago. But I think Saint was saying between 70 and 80 I said deep what he's done for us. And let's be real, he doesn't get injuries. Him and Mane, this is the one thing that would annoy me that we're potentially losing. It's rare to get two elite footballers that have never really get injured. I can't remember either of them having a long-term injury. But yeah, how much do you?
That's true. Do what it is. I do what it is. You push for the highest price, so I'm gonna go and you start the thing at 150, but you might have to do what Ladimus is saying, and you take it down to it becomes a 90 with add-ons, and then if you win the Champions League, you get a bonus and all that type of stuff, and performance. Based things, because otherwise,
or
I don't.
You pay him or you give him but you give him the wages and you sell him next year or something.
Yeah, the problem is though, you're in a situation that if we give him the wages, I don't see who's gonna buy him. Like this is his last contract for me. This is like the big contract. You get it? Like, after Mane after Bayern, unless he has a poor shocking thing. If Mane goes to Bayern, like we'll see, and it's inevitable in my opinion. I do feel like that's it. Like Mane either has flops and he gets sold for a cut price, like you've seen with a couple other players, or he performs really, really well and sees that his contract, and then he might go and do what a Robben's done and go to a Groningen, or he might go to Salzburg or back to Southampton, whatever it might be. This is his final contract. He's 30, and that's what I was trying to say beforehand. Is that if I'm going to pay that 400,000, I'm paying that 400,000 for a Haaland. Do you understand? Where you've got guaranteed not only time with the player where he's going to peak, you've got sell-on value. I can't give 400,000 to a player that I know that it's just going to evaporate. Do you get it?
You might have to, because, like, again, this isn't Liverpool in the early stages with Klopp, where you're building to win a league in 3-4 years. Like, you're at the pinnacle now. He's the best player in the world, or second with Benzema. He's one of the Premier League goals. He's one of your greatest players of all time. Like, right now, you kind of dug yourself into a hole where
I agree. I agree, and I think the wider conversation around this whole thing is: do we go and say to ourselves, and do we do a Man United basically and be like, you know what, we're going to grab Lewandowski, innit? We're going to grab him. It doesn't matter, he's 30, innit? We're going to grab Swat, whoever it is, that 30, someone that's just at their peak, and you're going to get 2 seasons out of them, and then it's going to go kaput, and your whole team is just going to collapse, like we've seen, innit? Or do you try to go and challenge like we're doing now, and you win a couple, but you've got that longevity period? And I feel like that's the conundrum you've got, because I hear what you're saying. Right now, we're in a position where it's like, cool, we're competing on all fronts. It's just literally that one little step that, if we made that next step, we could go and dominate. And whether that's change a system, spend more money, whatever it might be. But it comes with the risk of we do that, and let's say we even do that, but then we go into the abyss for the next 4 years because Klopp's done. Salah's old. We've got no players, and we start going into limbo like Arsenal, like United have. And I feel that's the worry we've got.
Why would you go into abyss? The best teams in the world are ran to the best standard. Don't just fall into the abyss. Like, again, people were saying with Real Madrid that, like, when we beat them last year, so people were saying this team's old, it's finished, they need a rebuild. And then they win the league and Champions League next season. Like, the best teams in the world, best clubs in the world, don't just fall away.
The problem is, obviously, Champions League is a different thing. When we're talking about our league's completely different. I feel with their league, they've also benefited from the fact that Barca have slipped off. Atletico Madrid haven't performed as well. Do you know what I mean? That's really helped them. That's helped them. When we're competing against Chelsea, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're going through your issues, but prior to that, you guys were a solid team. Everyone looked at you guys signing Lukaku as, oh my God, like, this is a problem. United now with Ten Hag, you don't know how that's going to go. You've got Newcastle on the horizon. You've got City. City was our main rival. It's difficult. And the problem you've got is you don't want to go and slip away with that pack. And what Chelsea have done quite well is they haven't, even with this whole conundrum that's going on with the Super League, this, that, Lukaku not playing well, change of owner. You haven't slipped away. You haven't slipped away, because slipping away is dangerous. You slip away like United have. When are United going to come back? United in their Brendan Rodgers thing. You don't know if that's going to even help them.
When you say slip away, what does that mean? Like, slip away, like, I don't think you'll get as bad as United. We might slip away and be like Chelsea and say finish third for two 2 years, then come back.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So finishing third for 2 years or something might happen. For example, if you were to get rid of Salah and replace it with someone that it's a stopgap or whatever it might be, yeah, that might happen. But if we were to go and sign Lewandowski and sign all those big names and they're not at the age profile and don't protect the longevity of the club, it could happen where they're all at a stage where it's like, oh, he ain't got the legs. We got no midfielder. We've still got Keita. Keita's always injured. We're relying on Tyler Morton to play 20 games now because he's just in the academy and he needs. And then what happens is that you then go and slip away because it's happened to United. United have always had top players. Don't get it twisted. United have had Falcao, Di Maria. Do you know what I mean? Sanchez, Ronaldo, Rashford. They've had top players. Let's not get it twisted. They've had top players. Problem is that they've not gone and they've not protected the longevity of the club. So for me, like going back to what I'm saying, because Monts is here now, is I'm gonna go and try sell him. And like you said, I'm gonna. I don't feel that 400,000 goes and protects our longevity. And I don't know how much. I don't know whether Salah keeps us at the same level, but does he take us to that next level? Salah's given us what he can give us and he's going to give us that. And if we're trying to get to that next level, we need to get that next player. And I don't know what that is. There might be a change of system and you get a number 9 that just gets you bare goals when you have creative wingers. Or if you get another winger like an Nkunku and he does better than Salah. I don't know what that is because obviously I don't know. But you have to protect the longevity of the club. So if Salah's going to do this whole thing, you don't give him the 400. I think you sell him and you go and invest in areas that we've done with when Coutinho was sold. And when Coutinho was sold, we all thought, oh my God, but we strengthened other areas of the pitch with Alisson and obviously Van Dijk, and it helped us, innit? And I thought for me, that's where to go from.
I hear what you're saying.
I hold it down, us three, man.
You lot. Listen, because you know what, it's 32 degrees, and that's why I said I'm probably gonna have to shut the show off within the next 5 minutes because literally my phone at any point, I don't know if you've ever seen this. My phone just said your phone is too hot to function.
Yeah, the message. I was just about to say that.
My phone just. So when I was on the chat, but I wasn't speaking, I was on mute. I was holding my phone in front of the fan. While you were doing the show.
See, when I first saw that message, I panicked, and I got that message in this country, so in the U, it wasn't in another country, and I panicked. I was like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, bro, it's telling me my phone is too hot to function.
Yeah.
Let me just run through a few of these comments, and then I'm gonna say my thing, and then Ladams, have you answered the question?
Yeah. I was basically saying that you either give him what he wants, and then you can use that and win another 2-3 Prems or something and another Champions League or 2, or you can give him what he wants and sell him in a year or 2's time.
Jerry, what was
the hit? Sell him to Real Madrid for 8 ends, plus have those add-ons included in the clause. So he wins the Ballon d'Or or he wins Champions League, etc. That way you get your full 140, 150 ends.
Okay.
Yeah. I was going to ask you what was your fee, but I remember you saying that start off 150 and gradually.
Yeah, so you push it, and then obviously you might not get that, so you might get 100 or 90, and then you do it with the add-ons. And I feel like that's the way to do it because obviously, like I was saying before, it's just like Salah doesn't guarantee us, like you're saying, 2 or 3 more Prems. It's not like we're City and City are in a conundrum where it's like, do we give Aguero a new deal? And we're winning all these leagues. Although we're so close, we're still not there. And ultimately, that's what it is, isn't it? We haven't won. When we look at it on the history, we haven't won. It's not like we're dominating the league and we're dominating the Champions League. So with the Salah deal, it's that, all right, you're going to help us you're going to take us to that next level. And I don't know whether Salah takes us to that next level because I feel like this is the level we're at. So I don't know where the change is coming from. So unless we feel as a club that we can go and have Salah and we can get even better, I don't know how that happens. Do you understand? So for me, you have to protect the longevity of the club because we've got a challenge. We've got to remain challenging. I think that's the most important thing. We can't do this and then fall away like Spurs in the Champions League and then just scrambling around. You know what I mean? Like we can't be that. Can't be
sustained. All right, let me interject, man. Let me just say my piece. We're gonna have to end this because my phone is gonna explode. It was actually gonna explode. That's where you know what it is. We're talking so much flames that. Everyone in the comments just spitting so much flames that obviously my phone's overheating and that can't take it. Stream can't take it. I understand what you lot are saying. We're gonna save this for another video when I'm back. I think hopefully when more information about the news has come out, but for now, I would keep Salah. I would happily give him 375k. That's the money I would give him. But I wouldn't be giving him that on no 4-year, 5-year, any of that BS. I'm talking contract extension, 2 years with an option to add it on. That's the way I'll do it. So it's not like he's going to be getting this ridiculous money for a long time. It's 2 years of the guarantee. And if he performs to a certain standard, then he can get the offer extended by another year. But it kind of treats it as a thing where if we sell him, we could still get some money out of him because he'd have that that option to extend left. So that's the way.
Hey, you know what?
Look at you with it.
Slightly higher pace for others. What happened?
He was looking like the screen mask, bro. You know,
Yeah, man.
bro. You know where your thing lagged.
Yeah,
your jaw was back to the side. You're looking like the screen mask.
Am I lagging now?
No, you're not lagging now. You're not lagging now.
Oh god. Well, it's fine. They can screen it. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would keep Salah because I just feel like the drop off at the moment is too much, and the market, there's not enough worldies in the market that can replicate what he brings us in terms of output. So that's going to be my opinion on it. I would go into a lot more detail, but my phone is literally struggling to function right now. So I want to say,
big up off your phone.
I'm shooting off my phone right now. No laptop.
Uh-oh.
No laptop. This is
that trick, bro, because you managed to get it landscape. All this time I thought it was off your laptop, bro.
No, I've been on my foot, bro. Like, as I said, bro.
Yeah,
you got to big him up because literally,
everyone,
bread just to
Monts in the chat, man, because the way he's carried on through this. All this time I didn't know it was off your phone, bro. Honestly,
bro, like right now it's so mad. So as I said, guys, I love you guys to shout yourself out, guys. Pablo has Jerry's link in there. He's got Saint's link in there. You don't know Ladimus's stuff, and you know how to find them and all that stuff. We'll be back and we'll do this again. It's been another episode of Big Six Bants. Make sure you subscribe to Say LFC TV. So subscribe to the Jerry James Show. Go subscribe to Sarcasm City TV, and also go subscribe to Jamie Phillips' channel as well. And go and find Ladimus on the Terrace. Subscribe to the Terrace. Go and follow him on Instagram and with all his TikToks and stuff. Does really well and all that stuff as well when he's not stating Liverpool. It's been a brilliant Liverpool show.
Hey, I was texting Liverpool lately. Don't do that.
I know. It's been a great Liverpool show. Unfortunately, connection has got the best of us today because I'm halfway across the planet and stuff. But we never stop. There's always going to be content for you guys. And as long as I've got guests such as you guys on here, coming on here consistently, this channel will never die. As you lot are literally sometimes, the way I see it, the heartbeat of this channel, the way you guys give your insight and your passion in doing what you lot do. So even though I'm lagging and my phone's about to explode, I still like to do my amazing eccentric outros for everyone. So again, it's been another episode of Big Six Bants. We will see you in the next one.
Peace.
Salah.